A lot of us kick off our day with a warm glass of lemon water, right? We think we're doing our bodies a huge favor. But what if I told you that the way most of us make it is not just a little bit wrong, but it could actually be working against our health goals? Well, let's dive in and figure this out. Believe it or not, a staggering 90% of people make one critical mistake when they're preparing their lemon water. It's an error that can actually turn this healthy ritual into something that puts extra stress on your kidneys and your heart. The good news, though, the fix is incredibly simple, and that's exactly what we're going to walk through right now. So here's our game plan. We'll start by pinpointing that fatal mistake. Then we'll expose the two common traps people fall into. After that, we get to the good stuff, the incredible secret hidden in the lemon peel. And we'll wrap it all up with a precise 90-day protocol that you can start using tomorrow morning. So what is this big mistake, and why does it matter so much? Well, the answer isn't really about the lemon itself, but about how it affects a super important partnership that runs your body's entire filtration system. It's all about something called the cardiorenal axis. Okay, think of it like this. Your heart is the main pump for a huge building, and your kidneys, they're the super advanced filters that keep all the water pure. They're a team, you see, and if those filters get clogged, that pump is headed for serious trouble. So here's what happens when things go wrong. If your kidney filters start to get clogged up, they sense that the flow is dropping, and they basically hit the panic button. They start pumping out hormones that crank up your blood pressure to try and force fluid through. This puts a massive strain on your heart, making it pump against all this resistance. It's a vicious cycle that can wear down both organs over time. And this is exactly where lemon water is supposed to come in and save the day. It's packed with citrate, which acts like a shield, preventing kidney stones from forming. I mean, just look at this data, which is based on a University of Wisconsin study. It shows lemon water can slash stone formation by an incredible 40%. But, and this is a big but, all of that benefit is wiped out if you fall into the first trap. Which brings us to mistake number 1. The plastic trap. It's one of those modern conveniences that seems like a great idea, but it comes at a pretty steep price for your health. Come on, we've all seen them in the grocery store aisle. Those little plastic lemons filled with juice. It seems so easy, right? But from a health perspective, it is absolutely the wrong way to do it. The only right way is a fresh, organic lemon. Let me tell you exactly why that plastic bottle is so bad for you. First, to make it last on the shelf, the juice is pasteurized with heat, which completely destroys all the delicate enzymes and good stuff. But it gets worse. The acid from the lemon actually leaches chemicals like BPA out of the plastic itself, so you end up drinking this chemical cocktail of endocrine disruptors, which directly burdens the very kidneys you were trying to help in the first place. Okay, so you're on board. You're using fresh lemons. That's fantastic. But you can still make another mistake that pretty much makes the whole thing useless, and it only takes a few seconds. We're talking about the heat trap. A lot of people love a steaming hot cup of lemon water to start the day. It feels comforting, but biologically, it's a big mistake. The right way, the effective way, is to use lukewarm water. We're talking specifically around 40 degrees Celsius, which is about 104 degrees Fahrenheit. You know, the science here is really straightforward. The good stuff in lemons, like vitamin C, is super fragile. Once you heat it above 60 Celsius or 140 Fahrenheit, those beneficial compounds literally break apart. They get denatured, which makes them completely useless to your body. You're left with nothing but hot, sour water that has zero medicinal benefit. And now we've arrived at the biggest secret of them all. Seriously, this is the piece of the puzzle that almost everyone is missing, and it has to do with the part of the lemon that you are almost certainly throwing right in the trash can. Just take a look at this. When you squeeze out the juice and toss the rest, you're only getting about 20% of the lemon's real power. A whopping 80% of its health potential is locked away in the peel and that white spongy stuff underneath, which is called the albedo. You're literally throwing away the gold mine. So why is that 80% so important? Well, it comes down to a special compound called areocitrin. Modern science is pointing to this powerhouse antioxidant as one of the most effective natural substances for protecting and even helping to regenerate our kidneys. And guess where you find it? Almost exclusively in the parts we toss out. To really get why areocitrin is such a game changer, I want you to think about what happens inside our kidneys as biological rust. It's a perfect analogy. Over time, these nasty little things called free radicals attack our kidney filters, causing damage through a process called oxidation. It's just like rust eating away at metal. So, how do we stop this internal rusting? This is where citrin comes in. It acts like a powerful anti-rust shield. You see, it basically coats and protects your kidney cells. It zaps those free radicals by neutralizing them before they can even start causing damage. This isn't just a theory. Clinical research shows it can significantly lower inflammation in kidney tissue, which is absolutely crucial for keeping them working properly. Okay, we've covered the why. Now let's get into the how. This is the exact step-by-step therapeutic protocol to finally unlock the full power of the lemon for your kidney health. First things first, it has to be an organic lemon. We don't want any pesticides. Wash it well and then use a fine grater to get about half a teaspoon of the zest. Make sure you get some of that white pith too. That's where the citrin is hiding. Add that to the juice of half a lemon. Finally, mix it all into about 300 milliliters of that 40 degrees Celsius water and drink it every single morning on an empty stomach. Now, this is a super important warning, so please listen up. While that citric acid is great for your insides, it can soften your tooth enamel, so you need to drink the mixture quickly. Don't sip on it over time. As soon as you're done, rinse your mouth out with plain water and, this is key, wait at least 30 to 60 minutes before you brush your teeth. That gives your enamel time to reharden. So, what can you expect? Look, the body takes time to heal. But if you stick with this for 90 days, you might start to see some really amazing changes. Maybe a noticeable boost in energy within the first month, clearer, fresher-looking skin by day 60, and by day 90, you might even find your blood pressure starts to stabilize as your whole system gets back in balance. And that's really the end goal here, isn't it? Your heart isn't fighting a constant battle against clogged filters anymore. Your kidneys are protected, they're flushing toxins efficiently. The whole cardiorenal axis starts working in beautiful harmony again, which is a massive win for your long-term health. Now, of course, I have to give this important disclaimer. All of this information is for educational purposes. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice. If you have any pre-existing conditions, especially with your kidneys, or you're on blood pressure medication, please talk to your doctor before you start this. And never, ever change your prescribed medications on your own. So, we've learned that the true magic isn't just in the lemon juice, but in using the entire fruit the right way. The power is in the peel. So the final question is really for you. Now that you know the secret, how are